Hello, everyone. Dr. Vicky here, speaking to you from the Seed to Transformation Healing Center. It is time for Taroscopes again. We're going to be doing the Taroscopes for the sign of Leo. That's Leo Sun, Leo Moon, Leo Rising for the month of August 2024. Of course, Leo is the month of August. It's August. August. It's the dog days of summer. Why do they call it the dog days of summer? Because we can see the star Sirius in the sky. And it's seriously, seriously hot. And of course, Leo is a fire sign ruled by the sun. So this is your month, Leo. The sun in Leo means that the sun is in that first house. You're shining bright. Some Leos are shining bright, bringing energy of generosity, and others are kind of scorched earth Leos. But of course, that's not you guys, right? So I'm going to be doing a card reading using the Modern Spellcasters deck, one of my favorite decks. And I'll also be pulling a Mystic Sister Oracle card to give you a message from the Mystic Sisters. Kind of in honor of the fact that Lena and I are doing our Mystic Sisters Live. Next Mystic Sisters Lives will be on my channel. I'll keep you guys posted. Well, actually, I don't know because this is coming out in August, right? Ignore that, but I will keep you posted as to when the next Mystic Sisters Live happens. I'm doing this in July. I have to do, things ahead of time. So it's not like a craziness at the beginning of the month, right? All right, so let's talk a little astrology. The sun in Leo is the sun in your first house. So you're shining bright. And on the 22nd of the month, it moves into Virgo. And that's sort of when you get off the stage, you roll up your sleeves and you get working on perfecting your creations. It's a very self-expressive time. We are in an 8 vibration month. The 8 on the tree of life is located on the path that connects Hesed to Geburah, and energetically that's in line with the throat chakra. And so there's a lot of expression. We're also in an 8 year, and this on the 8th of August, 8/8 in an 8 year will be an 888 portal. So it's especially important. 8 is a vibration of as you sow, so shall you reap. It's a vibration of manifestation. It's also a vibration of heavy responsibilities, to which much is given, much is expected. But the gifts, the more aligned you are, the more balance you show in your endeavors, the better it gets for you, quite honestly. So there's that. If we add the 8 month and the 8 year together, we're in a 16/7 vibration month, August 2024, which of course is the Tower. The Tower requires us to be our authentic selves. The thing with Leo is sometimes Leo will put up a facade. They want to seem like they have it all under control. There can be a lot of pride with Leo, and they have a lot to be proud of. So it's not, but there is false pride, and false pride will be corrected this month. So be aware of that. If you have Leo in your chart, even if it's not just the sun, moon, and rising, watch for the correction to come. If you've done your best and done your due diligence and been your best self, then you get rewarded for that this month. All right, so let's shuffle up these cards. We also have, of course, a new moon in your sign. That happens on the 4th, I think. What did I do with my, hold on, I think it's the 4th. Yeah, new moon on the 4th. That's at 13 degrees. Of Leo. So if you were born around that time, you probably have a new moon in your solar return. The next day, however, Mercury does go retrograde. It's in Virgo. It will retrograde back into Leo, I believe. And then it goes direct at the end of the month. So this month, Mercury is retrograde for most of the month, partly in Virgo, which is your 2nd house. So that's a money house. So double check your checking account, make sure you have what you think you have in there, that kind of thing. and then in the first house. So there is some perhaps pushback or some perfecting that needs to happen with how you're communicating and speaking. And then on the 19th, which happens to be the Democratic National Convention, we do have a full moon at 28 degrees of Aquarius, the sun at 28 degrees of Leo, and Uranus at 28 degrees of Taurus. So Uranus is square the full moon. That is a very dynamic situation. So just be aware and take care. It's a hot summer, very fiery. A lot of fire, a lot of water. You know, there's a lot of water stuff with Neptune in the last degree of Pisces, and then we have Jupiter now in Gemini. So there's a lot of information coming out, a lot of things coming, being revealed to us. So there's a lot of energy. Make sure you pace yourself, hydrate, take care of yourself, and be careful, because it's that kind of month. And it's a Tower month, so I almost don't have to say any of that, as long as I say it's a Tower month, right? All right. Mars is in Gemini this month, and actually conjoins Jupiter. So that's a lot of energy, and that's all located energetically in the throat chakra. So there's going to be a lot said. As you sow, so shall you reap. Say things with kindness. Okay. We start with the moon. So the moon is about emotions, feelings. It can be a little bit lunacy. You may not be a lunatic, but they might be lunatics around you. So be aware of that. But this is about something sort of coming up from the depths, and perhaps something that we don't understand. The moon symbolizes both our tame nature with the little dachshund here, and our wild nature with the wolf. And so there's always this battle between our lower sort of wild animal self and our more sort of super ego domesticated self. But it all has to be expressed, because if you try to suppress, the other side usually comes up. So it's really a balance energy, but it is, and of course Pisces, this is a Pisces card. Neptune is in the last degree of Pisces. You do have to watch for things like floods and crazy weather. Okay, so that could be it too. But if we want to just talk about where you're at when this month begins, you're in a very emotional place. Let's see what challenges that. The Four of Pentacles, this is building stability. So despite the fact that you're in a very sort of emotional place and a lot of emotional things are happening, you have to concentrate on building your foundation, Let's see what's at the root of this. The Empress, the goddess, the power of the feminine. This is the power of the imagination. This is an energy of Venus. And she has on her, her shield there, which is the heart, right? But she has a rune there, and that's Ingus. And Ingus is about sort of a gestation, a planting of the seed. This is your creative imagination. So don't forget. So it feels like through all of this lunacy, you're trying to imagine a different kind of situation, and your creative imagination is very strong. So utilize that. In the past, we have the Queen of Cups. This is the psychic queen. This is the queen that, let's see, does she have an open cup? Yeah, she's got her hand over the cup. And so things that are hidden from other people are not hidden from her, and that is you, right? So that's where you've been seeing things. Probably we see the waterfall behind her. I love these cards. There's a lot of rush of emotions, and this is the emotions that we find ourselves in as we start the month. In the sky, we have the Five of Pentacles. This can be fear around resources. This is in the sky. You don't have to take it in. But again, your challenge is the Four of Pentacles. So you don't want to get in this situation. So you want to be very careful with your money this month. The immediate future, the Knight of Wands. This is the knight who brings the good word, sort of. There's this proselytizing energy, but he's on a hawk in this deck, which means you want to have the highest perspective that you can as you come to an understanding and experiencing your own spiritual sort of roots in a way. This card, this is a card about walking your beliefs, walking your talk, actually being an example of what you believe about situations. You're going to make mistakes. It's also a travel card. So if you're thinking of traveling, it might not be a bad month to travel, but watch your pocketbook, both how much you spend and that somebody doesn't pick your pocket, so to speak. How it's seen from the outside, justice. So there's a balancing of the scales here. Some sort of balancing of the scales. Your domestic situation. The King of Swords. So the King of Swords is an energy of the law, really. And so you could have a run-in with the law. You could have some sort of legal thing happening that a decision is made. A decision is made around something around the law. Now, if you don't happen to have anything happening with the law, this can just be a decision based on good judgment. Okay. A decision based on good judgment here. Or there could be somebody in your life that has this energy that either comes into your life or becomes a focus of your life. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily mean that, the cops are coming for you or the judge is here or any of that, but you may be connected to somebody who does that. They become a little bit of a focus for you in your domestic situation. Hopes and fears, the Lovers. Lovers is about, it's about love, really. We see there's a rune up there, that's Gibo, that's the give and take of love. But this is also an energy of choice. And as a hope and fear, you hope you make the right decision, right? You hope you didn't make the wrong decision. Very easy hope and fear card. Six of Pentacles as the outcome. There's a balancing of the scales. Okay, so with this card, this and this and this. So I know you can't see what I'm doing, but so the Justice card, right? And then we have the King of Swords, which is and also a justice energy, and then the redistribution of resources. If you have a legal issue here where you're waiting to be compensated, maybe it's a divorce or maybe it's just a legal issue where you have money coming to you, money is going to come to you. So any legal things look like they're going to be taken care of, and you're going to get what you deserve. Or you're going to have to give what you need to give to balance the scales. But I feel like you're actually receiving it. But of course, you can decide. So I'm going to pick 3 to see if I can get a major arcana. I get the Ace of Wands. This is new creative projects. So after this is taken care of, that's when the new comes in. So something has to be balanced first. The 3 of Wands, putting yourself out there. This is sort of, now is this person letting the hawk go, or is the hawk landing, right? What's the question here? Either way, you're in a position of sort of new adventures, new projects, perhaps new ways of commodifying your light. And the Magician. The power is in your hand. The focus is in your hand. Your intention is everything here. What as above, so below. So you're at a place. So what this looks like is that you're at a very sort of emotional place. that is kind of at the end of something. You could be emotional about whatever legal issues. And this may not even be a personal issue. This may be, you're watching what's going on in the world and you're saying, why isn't this person being held accountable for what they're doing? Know that they will be held accountable for what they're doing. So if this is not personal and you're just one of those persons who's looking at the world and saying, how come good people are suffering and bad people are not getting held accountable? They are going to get held accountable, not to worry. Underneath it all, we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is somebody who has been able to free herself from things that have held her back. She has good judgment. She knows when to use the sword and when not to use the sword. Powerful energy, a little scary for folk. So when they see the Queen of Swords, they're like, uh-oh, they sit up a little straighter, right? Like when Mother Superior would come into class, she'd be like, uh-oh, Mother Superior's here. Let's be good Christians. Let's be good Catholics, right? And the person who was like in the back and didn't notice and was sort of like chewing the gum, you're not supposed to chew gum in school, and then they get in trouble, right? So let's sit up straight when the Queen of Swords comes in. The Hangman, requiring you to look at things from a different perspective. And really coming to terms with what you have control over and what you don't. If you're one of those people who are watching the world and saying, why aren't these people getting their due? And you're getting upset and it's affecting your health. There's nothing you can do about that except to not focus on it and focus on what you can do for yourself. So remember that change comes from the inside out. And so this is a time when that may have to happen. And the Four of Cups can be some dissatisfaction around your emotional situation. Just look around because there are things you're not seeing and more opportunities for happiness. So an interesting reading, I think. It feels a little specific to me, to somebody, but you decide if this fits you. If it doesn't fit you, you can just leave it, come back later maybe. If it still doesn't fit you, it wasn't meant for you, but it's meant for somebody. So hopefully whoever that is gets to see it. All right, guys, have yourself. Oh no, I'm not done yet. Too hot. I'm like, oh, I'm done. Now I can go sit in front of the fan. No, I still have to pick, of course, a Mystic Sister Oracle card. So let's pick a Mystic Sister Oracle card for the sign of Leo. Ooh, it's hot. When I got up this morning, I went out into the garden, it was 80. And like a minute ago, which was, I think I might have gotten up about an hour ago. Maybe it was longer than that. Now it's 85. It's supposed to go up to 93. And here on the East Coast, the summers always have that humidity factor. Luckily, I'm by the coast, so it's not as bad as it is, say, if I was in the heart of the city where I grew up in New Jersey. It was pretty much the heart of the industrial New Jersey. So there was like not a breeze to be had, but here at least we do get some breezes off the ocean. City girl. For those of you who are wondering, Jersey City is where I grew up. We did have a few, we had like, I think 3 trees on the block, maybe 2. And then by the time I was a teenager, they had been cut down. Yeah. Anyway, what are you gonna do? Her secrets. Her secrets. So this looks like your posse. Don't forget you have a posse. All right. Let me get the little book here, see what it says. Hang out with your girlfriends. They'll help you if you're going through some emotional stuff. They'll definitely help you with that. The 4 sisters are sharing a moment of secret privileged information. They lean on each other for support and are keenly interested in what others have to share. When this card is drawn, it signifies the need to confide in a friend. A value of having a friend to share your secrets with is immeasurable. The release of stress that comes with knowing you do not have to carry the burdens of your thoughts by yourself is such a gift. Not all of your thoughts are true, but holding them inside and allowing them in an interior dialogue to run on a loop can be devastating to your well-being. Be grateful for those around you whom you can trust. Share your personal internal conflicts with them and patiently listen to theirs. The simple act of speaking your mind has a purifying effect on the spirit. So there you go. All right, folks. Share with a friend. Don't forget, you're not in this all by yourself. You need your posse. You need your, what is that called? There's another word. Your crew. All right, guys. Have yourself a wonderful month. Stay cool if you're in a hot place. Stay warm if you're in a cool place. Stay in your heart no matter where you might be. Your heart will lead the way. Take care of yourselves, please. It's a very crazy time out there, and I want you all to be safe and relatively sound through this month. Take care, everyone. Namaste.